Hello guys, this is Sharon and today I'm going to show you how to make this very beautiful purse. You will love how to make this because it's just very easy to make, and I'm going to show you step by step. This is similar to a Moroccan tile stitch and it's in multiples of 3. So without further ado, let's get started. To start this project, we're gonna chain 20. 1, 2, 3. After chaining 20, add one more chain, and then into the second chain from hook, work a 1 single crochet in every stitch except for the last chain. Once you get to the last chain, work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now this will get us to the opposite side, and on the next available chain, stitch, work 1 single crochet. So 1 single crochet into every stitch on the other side. Once you get to the last stitch, make sure you have 3 single crochets in the corner, so that both corners will have 3 single crochets. So I have 3 here, 1, 2, 3, and also 3 on the other side. Now for every, so those 3 single crochets will get 2 single crochets on each. So when we get back, these last 2 stitches will get 2 single crochets on each, and then we'll do the same on the other corner, in which one of those 3 groups of single crochets will get 2 single crochets. When you get to the other side, make sure to work an increase on each of those 3 single crochets. And then working 1 single crochet on each stitch across. When you get to the last 2 stitches, work an increase by working 2 single crochets on each stitch, and then slip stitch on top of the very first single crochet made on this round. So we're done with round 2. For round 3, we're going to start by working 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets into the next. So that's how we add increase. and then once we get back to the last 4 stitches, we work 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets here, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets here. And then whatever increase that we do here, we're gonna do the same on the other corner, and in between work a single crochet on each stitch. We get to the other corner in which there are 3 groups of 2 single crochets. So we're gonna start our increase on every second stitch. So in here we're just going to work 1, in the next 2, and then we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So 1, and then 2 in the next, 1, and then 2 into the next. So we did it 3 times, and then work 1 single crochet in every stitch, except when we get to the other side, in which we're going to add an increase. Once we get to the last 4 stitches, we're going to add an increase again by working 1 in the first, and then in the next 2, and then 1 in the next, and then 2 in the last stitch. And do not forget to work a slip stitch into the next, or on top of the first single crochet that we've made. So this is the bottom part of this purse that we're making, and the next step is we're gonna work V stitches. Round 4 is we're going to chain 3, which counts as 1 double crochet, chain 2 for the chain space, and then into the same stitch we're gonna work a double crochet. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches, and then into the third we're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, and then 1 double crochet into the same stitch. So we're going to repeat that around until we get back here. Once you get back around, work your final V stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and then skip 2 stitches and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, which is the chain 3. So this is what it's looked like, and we're going to work with another color you want. It could be lighter, so in this case I'm gonna work with the white yarn. So this time I'm gonna use the white yarn, and I made a slip knot first, and into the first 2 skipped stitches in there, this is where I'm gonna start working on my second yarn, and by doing that I'm going to start working a slip stitch to join, and then chain 3, and then into the next skip stitch I'm gonna work another double crochet, and then I'm gonna chain 2, and then into every skip stitches I'm gonna work 1 double crochet into each. And then I'm gonna continue working chain 2 in between, and then into the skip stitches work 1 double crochet into each. So this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna make the texture of the yarn thicker, so no need to line your purse. And then just continue working around and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So this is what it looks like after making 10 rounds of working with pink and white yarn alternately. As you can see, the bottom is oval shape, and this stitch I think is in multiples of 3. And then if you flip it, you'll see that there's a design inside that looks like a granny square, and then outside it looks like a Moroccan dowel stitch, which is really great, especially when you want to work with a reversible purse. I actually made one before using the same stitch, and I made one in white as my main color and orange as my other color, and the closure is a magnetic button, and then when you flip it, you'll see that you can actually turn this one into a reversible bag, but unfortunately I couldn't think of any ideas on how to hide the button outside, but you can do it this way, and the closure would be the string on here. And the difference with what I did is that I didn't add this particular bottom part for the other color, and you can check out my previous video on how I made it. So if you'd like to follow this kind of bag. So once you have finished your last row and you finally decided the height of the purse you want for this particular project, then you can just fasten it off. Slip stitch first and then fasten off. And then we're ready to do the edging for this purse. So to start this edging, I'm gonna use a smaller hook, one hook size. Maybe I'm gonna use a 3.0 millimeter. So to start, I'm gonna chain 1, and into the same stitch I'm gonna work a single crochet, and there's a double crochet at the back, so I'm going to work on that one too, catching both of them, and then work a single crochet, and then 2 single crochet into the 2, chain 2 spaces, and then I'm gonna work 1 single crochet on this side and on this side. So if you take a look, it's technically joining the 2 sides together, and this one, and then getting the other one. And then I will repeat this until I get back around. Next step is we're adding the zipper. So I attached a 6 to 7 inch continuous zipper, and what I did is I flipped it first and then I pinned down the edges of the zipper, and these here, maybe I will start somewhere around here until I get here, until I get to the other side. This is what it looks like after I sewed the zipper, and there are many ways to attach the zipper, and I'm just showing you one of the ways. Now after this, I'm going to flip it, and this is the right side, and I'm gonna see how it would look. So far it's good. For the strap, I chained 60, and you can chain for as long as you want, depending on the length you want. And so after I chain 60, I'm going to form a ring. Make sure that it's not twisted, because we're gonna work a few more single crochets in the round. So make sure it's not twisted, and after checking that, you can slip stitch to form a ring. So slip stitch on the first chain made, and then single crochet, chain 1 first, and then get back to the same stitch and work a single crochet. And then if you want, you can work on the back stitch or the back chain for a better edging, and then continue working 1 single crochet in each chain. Once you get back around, slip stitch on top of the first single crochet, and then make 3 more rows of 1 single crochet in every stitch. You can start by chaining 1 and then 1 single crochet in the same stitch, and then repeat working 1 single crochet in every stitch until you have about 4 rows, or depending on how wide you want your strap to be. And that is how easy it is to make a purse. You may add a lining if you want. In my case, I think I'm gonna add a lining to this bag, but I'm gonna make a separate video on how to make the lining. So stay tuned for the update on how I made the lining for this purse. But for now, this is the strap and the purse with zipper. and you can definitely use any yarn and hook of your choice. And I hope you make one too. Thank you so much for watching.